What's that? A little delicatessen? What is that? Mountain Dew? Damn. Is it like an actual Mountain Dew? Oh, you catfish. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I do, but I don't. I do.
Chilling up in the kingdom, chilling with Yahweh Shai and all the brothers and the sisters, cooling out, having fun, drinking yayin with Yahweh Shai up in the kingdom, yeah.
Who are we? Israel! Then who are we? Israel! Can't hear you!
Israel.
Who's the power?
Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai's the power.
I said, who's the power?
Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai's the power.
Shalom. Welcome to another live class here in Houston at 231 FM 1090. Where we at? 1092? Yep. Stafford, Texas. Our class times and days, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Saturdays. And she'll put all the information up on the screen. Are we live? We live, Charlemagne? We're live. Right? She's going to put all the info as I speak it. We got a couple of locations. We got a school in Virginia. They're at 2610 Granby. They got class Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They're live on Fridays. We got a class in Rochester. Pre-Zionala. He's out there holding it all the way down. Right? Rochester, New York, 1600 Lyle Ave. Classes are Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. He goes live on Thursdays. All right, so and we also got San Antonio, 4444 Walsham Road, out there in San Antonio, Texas. They got class Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday also. Make sure you check us out. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to each one of the channels so you can catch us when we go live for class. All right, a lot of good classes, a lot of good topics. So yeah, man, make sure y'all tune in. All right. Let's see here. Obviously, you can check us out on all our different channels on YouTube, ISBHPK Kids, Israelite Media Corp, A Hidden Truth Bible Show, 5 Minutes of Wisdom. We got kids class live on Sundays at 2 p.m., right? Yeah, it says 1 p.m. on here, but it's 2 p.m. You can bring your kids in for that. It's live. Let them get a little interaction with the other kids and, you know, learn some valuable information that they're not going to teach them in school. They can come through. The sisters put together some real good lessons for the kids. So, all right, so you can check those out on YouTube, or you can come live on Sundays at 2 o'clock here at our Houston location. Mashaba does the the Blog Talk Radio. All right, that's every Tuesday, Thursday, right? So you can check that out. 10 a.m. Got Mashaba, you got Tazapah, you got Banabad, and that's coming out of New Mexico. All right, so a lot of different avenues. Check them out. Like, share, subscribe, download the podcasts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's the time is getting short. They out here trying to false flag to start World War III. If y'all haven't seen, some bombs dropped in Poland, and Vladimir Lewinsky immediately hopped on and blamed Russia. He's trying to get it popping off. So, I mean, come on, get your mind girded up. Get on the right path. Get your kids on the right path. You know what I'm saying? If you're already not, because any time, any day, any moment, something could happen over there, and that's it. You know what I mean? You don't want to get left behind. We got Passover coming up, right? If we make it, we got Passover coming up in 5 months, right? I'm like, man, I want to make it, but I don't. right? I'm like looking forward to it, but like, can we just get out of here? But until then, we got Passover. Please make sure you get your Passover garment money in by the end of this month. The sisters put out a list of who is on the list. If you don't see your name, you got to get your name added. Throw some money down. Or at least go in there and sign up. That's all they're really looking for is a sign up. But also, if you got, $50, $60, throw it in there so we can start. They're going to start ordering so we can get on top of that. The link is going to be in the description for that, so make sure you do that. Final payment is due on the 30th of this month, so you got about a week and a half. All right, we got the feast day coming up next month, December 18th through the 25th. Feast of Lights or Hanukkah or Feast of Dedication. It goes by those three names. We'll be observing the feast day. It's an 8-day feast, so you won't see us for the 8 days. All right? If you're local and you want to get together with us, you can hit me up. You can hit up my number. It's 303-557-8979 for any details on feast days. I know one of those days we're going to try to get with San Antonio and get out there and hang out with them for a day. All right? We got Israel wear. If you need a custom garment or anything customized, anything, add fringes on, or if you want a shirt with some decals, or you got a design that you want to get done, you can hit the sisters up on Israel wear. Okay? They're still accepting orders, obviously, up until they start Passover garments. So you can get and put those in. We got the Fringe Up subscription. That's all part of Israel wear, right? You could, you sign up with the monthly subscription. You get the shirt or the headband. The prices vary. That's one business. We got Chosen Creations. That's another. All right, you can go on Etsy, chosencreations.com, and customize jewelry and different types of art that's being made. So you can check that out. Put your order in. Different type of Israel, Hebrew styled jewelry and different things like that. All right, like for instance, I'm rocking this bracelet. Right, you probably can't see it. It got the wolf, but then it has the menorah, Star of David, menorah, Star of David that we got engraved into the bracelet. Benjamin, wolf. Right. Anyway. Right, and then we got Sweet Ambiance, which is another business that you can check out. And you can check it. You can check everything out if you go to isbhpk.com. And the links to all these different things that we're talking about are there. She's putting them up. Nice armbands for the Chosen Creations. We got the smell goods for the Sweet Ambiance, for the house, for your body, for your car. The all natural handmade soaps and bath bombs and body butters. Right? So check it out. Check it out. It helps out the school. And you get something in return. If you need to reach or contact a priest, you got Priest Kazakia. He's in Virginia. His number is 757-300-4047. We got Priest Zionala in Rochester. Let me throw his number out there real quick. I don't know. He changed his number. We got Priest Zionala. His number is read. His number is 346-234-8340. So if you're in Rochester and you need to reach somebody, you can reach Priest Zionala. Or you can reach me here in Houston at 303-557-8979. All right. One more thing. We got Hebrew Academy in Rochester, Virginia, and Houston. In Rochester and Virginia, it's every Monday. In Houston, it's every Tuesday. All right. So if you're local and you want to be a part of Hebrew Academy, that's where we get the brothers together. And if there's, issues that brothers need to talk about or deal with, we do it there. We go through breakdowns. We go through scriptures, street speaking protocol, and holding posts and marching and all those different protocols that are needed when we're out there in them lanes, them highways and byways. So, you want to get out there to street speak, you got to be a part of Hebrew Academy. That's one of the stipulations. Any donations that you guys want to give, you could do so. We got the Wells Fargo, we got the Zelle, We got the Cash App. All right, so she'll put that up there. You know, she'll put that up there for the different donations. I think we got like PayPal. We got any way you want to send it. All right, so that's it for the announcements. Let me see here. I got a class set up, but let me see here. Let me see here. The brother Sean Presley, Shalom. Part of my new prayer was answered. I put faith with some action. I passed the national exam in real estate. I just praying that I passed the state exam. If Yahweh Shai allows us to be here, you get a house. Everyone gets a house. You get a house. You get a house. You get. Hey, that's what's up. We need like people in these different avenues so that we can get into these different lanes if we still here. You know what I'm saying? There's many brothers that want to be able to own a house and get some type of relief on rent and things like that. So, Barakatah Yahweh, I'm glad you passed. You know what I mean? And really what it is, faith and works. Faith and works. You know what I mean? Nice. So, y'all see the topic. I titled this Sins of the Father. And go to Ezekiel 18 real quick. Sins of the Father. And, you know, what I want to talk about is us as men and the impact that we have on our children and wives. There, you know, we had this class yesterday. Lakarab went over about the secret sins, right? The secret faults. And I want to go a little bit more in depth in that and piggyback off of him a little bit, and just let's talk about the impact of the man in the house with these faults. So let's establish a few things and let's get some understanding, because I know this is a question in a lot of people's head. They read Ezekiel 18 and they're like, wait a minute, it says this, but then the other scripture says this. So let's start here to get some clarity, and then we'll go through the class. So I want you to start at Ezekiel. You're going to start at Ezekiel 18 and verse 4.
Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 4.
Right.
Behold, all souls are mine.
Right.
As the soul of the Father.
Right.
So also the soul of the Son is mine.
Right. So what is the Most High? He's establishing what? That he's in control. It's his program. Right? The soul of the Son, the soul of the Father. And as you read down, we're not going to read down just for time, but as you read down in this chapter, what does he go into? Well, he starts to make this distinguishing where when the father sins, the father is held accountable for his sin. If the father is a sinful man and his son comes out and is a righteous man, the son is not held accountable for that man's sin. Right? So I'm a father. If I murder a man, my son don't go to jail because I murdered somebody. Right? That's not how that goes. But isn't there an effect? Isn't there, if I murder somebody and I got children and I go to jail, am I the only one affected? Right. Now jump down to verse 20.
Verse 20. The soul that sinneth,
right?
It shall die.
It shall what?
Die.
Yeah, the soul that sins is going to die. Go ahead.
The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father.
Right. Go ahead.
Neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son.
Right. So the scriptures are showing us that there is an accountability for everyone is accountable for their own action. The father is accountable for his action. The son is accountable for his action. The wife is accountable for her action. The daughter is accountable for her action. But I'm going to ask the question again. If I'm selling drugs in the hood My wife and kids are in the trap house. I get locked up. I get shot at. I get robbed. I deal with all the drug elements. Does it only affect me? Right, so y'all are thinking. Y'all are thinking, and that's good. So go from there. Did you finish?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, finish it.
The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him.
Right, you see that? So the righteousness of the righteous shall be up on the righteous man. And if a man is moving wicked, he got to deal with those consequences. So again, laying the foundation that if I directly do something, that direct punishment is not going to fall on my son. But there is an indirect. Now we talking about, I'm using like drug dealing, I'm using murder, right? These things like, you're like, oh, damn, that's a blatant, that's blatant. That's a blatant offense against the Most High. That's a blatant offense against humanity, right? There's these blatant offenses that happen that we do, that we know, like, come on, right? When a woman prostitutes herself, and they try to say that's a victimless crime. That's why they let prostitution be legal for so long in certain places, because they're like, oh, that's a victimless crime. But then what starts to happen, it no longer becomes a victimless crime because, and it never is a victimless crime, but then these different elements, the drugs, the abuse, the rape, the robbery, those things get introduced, and it's like, oh, we got to put a stop to this, even though they really don't, right? So from there, I want you to go to Exodus 34:7.
Exodus chapter 34, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Keeping mercy for thousands,
Right.
forgiving iniquity
Go ahead.
and transgression and sin.
Right. So read verse 6.
Exodus chapter 34, verse 6.
Right.
And the Lord passed by before him and proclaimed,
Right.
the Lord God, merciful and gracious, long-suffering and abundant in goodness and truth.
Right, because the Most High is long-suffering. He is abundant in truth and justice and righteousness. Right? He does give us those chances and that mercy and that grace. He does give you the opportunity to fall and bounce back. A just man falls 7 times. Right? He gives you the opportunity to make mistakes. Look at David.
Yeah.
Right? Look at Moses. Right? Look at us. He gives you the opportunity to get grace and learn from your mistakes. But does that mean that because we get the opportunity to bounce back, that there's not a punishment associated? See, a lot of the times, like they teach you in church, like, God is love. Yeah, but he loves those, he chastises those that he loves. He chastised those that he loves. The ones that he loves, he said he scourge and he burns them to a almost blackened crisp to prove them, to really see, do you love me? He'll bring them through that fire and refine them to remove the thing that caused them to fall. And that's where a lot of people misunderstand the Most High. Like, yeah, God is love, so that means that it should all be roses and bubble gum, Skittles, Reese's Pieces cups, and white chocolate Snickers, right? It should all be sweet, right? But that ain't love. And that's not even, when you look at that concept of I could do what I want, make all the mistakes, and not feel the repercussion of my mistake, what mode does that put a person in? I think about the spoiled rich kid that daddy handed him everything, silver spoon life, right? You always watch the shows. The rich kid, he gets drunk, hops in the Porsche, runs a chick over. Daddy comes to the rescue, gets him out of the grips of the law, pays off the judge, right? And then what does son end up doing later on down the line? Same thing or worse. Now he's a blatant murderer, but his mind is like, oh, daddy will get me out of it. Daddy's gonna make me not feel no repercussion, right? And I think sometimes we get into that mode. We've been taught that mode that, oh no, love is not chastisement. Love is just a stern talking to, and that's it. We're gonna brush the thing over, and that's it. Right? But it says that the Most High is merciful. So the mercy is that you didn't get killed. The mercy is that we're able to, take a time to examine how we fell and what caused us to stumble. And do what? Get a second try to jump that hurdle. Right? That's grace and mercy. To be able to jump that hurdle a second time. Oh, redo. Damn, that's dope. I get a redo. But a lot of us don't even want to get the redo. We just want to be exonerated. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to feel it. I don't want to hear it. I just want to move on. But that's not how the Most High works. Right? So we got to get a few things straight, that every man is accountable. Every man and woman and child, right, is accountable for their actions. And that doesn't mean that the Most High is not going to show you mercy, but that doesn't mean that you'll be excused either. Y'all get that? What's that?
I have a precept here.
Did we finish this one?
Verse 6, yes.
You're at verse 6?
Yes, sir. I finished verse 6.
What verse did you start at? 4?
No, Exodus 34 and 6. You went 7.
Okay, read on. Yeah, read 7 and then I'll let you get yours.
Okay, yes, sir. Verse 7. Keeping mercy for thousands.
Right.
Forgiving iniquity and
Right.
transgression.
Go ahead.
And sin.
See that? He'll forgive the iniquity and transgression and sin, but that don't mean you ain't going to feel a few lashes. That don't mean that you're not going to be held accountable. See, a lot of the times we want to run from accountability. And how do we avoid accountability? I'll let y'all think about it. Think about how we avoid accountability. We look for the grace, but we don't want to be accountable to get the grace. Right? We want to, what do they say? Everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want to die.
Yeah.
Right? Well, really, you ain't got to die to go to heaven. He said, make yourself a living sacrifice. But what is it that I have to give up and sacrifice to be able to get from point A to point B? Did you finish that?
No, sir.
Go ahead, finish it.
And that will by no means clear the guilty.
He what?
By no means clear the guilty.
Right, so, but what does that mean? That he's just going to hang your sin over your head? No, I don't mean that. It don't mean he's going to hang it over your head and bring it up every 5 minutes. You know how ribs do? Mm-hmm. You make a mistake and it's like, damn, you just going to hang it over my head, huh?
That was 3 years ago.
That was 18 years ago. Damn, we done lived 4 lifetimes and damn, bro, you got a good man. I'm playing, sisters. I'm joking. Right? You're going to hang that over my head. Yeah, remember that one class? Like, damn. That was a joke. But y'all see the point, right? The Most High, he said that he ain't going to forget. He's not going to excuse us. But he will give us mercy. He will give us grace. But, again, we don't look at even this little basic scripture and say, damn, okay, I get it. I got to go through what I got to go through. I'm going to ask the question again. What was the question I asked about accountability? What makes us avoid accountability? Right. Think about it. What makes us want to avoid the accountability that we should be taking? Right? And did you finish that?
No, sir.
Go ahead, finish it.
Visiting the iniquity of the fathers.
And this is the point that I wanted to get to also. He said he'll visit. Remember, he said, wait a minute. The father, if he sins, it's on him. The son that sins, that's on him. But he's coming back and saying what? Visiting the iniquity
of the fathers.
Of the fathers.
Upon the children.
But wait. What did the son got to do with it? So if daddy was a drug dealer, the son got to suffer? But what if he ain't dealing drugs? What if he ain't dealing drugs? What if little son didn't grow up to be a drug dealer? He got to suffer? What if dad was a thief and a robber and a murderer, but son grew up and was wholesome and right and upright? Why does he got to suffer? Why does the iniquity got to be visited on the son? Now we talking about, think about, I'm giving y'all these blatant sins, these blatant out there, right? Killers, robbers, thieves, murderers, deceivers, extortioners. Think about all the underbelly of society. We like, damn, that's just a ruthless ass dude. That's just a criminal. Most High said he visits the iniquity of the fathers onto the sons. Right? Go ahead.
And upon the children's children.
And he'll take it as far as the third and fourth generation. You're like, wait a minute. So does the Most High got mercy or not? Wait. It looks like he holding a grudge. Right? Like, damn, I know you a jealous God, but really? You going to take it this far? Yeah, I am. I am going to take it this far because there's something that we do where we take things a little bit too far. And we forget how the Most High operates. What was the precept you wanted to go to?
It was Jeremiah chapter 46, verse 28. He was talking about how...
Go there, just go.
Jeremiah chapter 46, verse 28.
Uh-huh.
Fear thou not, O Jacob, my servant, saith the Most High, for I am with thee. For I will make a full end to all the nations whither I have driven thee. But I will not make a full end of thee, but correct thee in measure.
Right. Most High say he'll correct us in measure. Most High said our iniquity is less than what we deserve. Is greater than what we deserve. Right? He don't give us the full blast, but he gonna blast.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yet will I not leave thee wholly unpunished.
Right? See that? I'm not gonna exonerate y'all as far as not check the filth that's going on in the nation. Right? Everybody ain't a bad apple. Everybody ain't trying to be out there in the lanes, but does it not affect everyone? Go ahead. Did you finish?
That's what I said.
Right. So how is it that knowing that the Most High is merciful, knowing that he forgives the iniquity, how do we avoid the accountability?
What comes to my mind is we take it for granted.
Take what for granted?
We take the Most High's mercy, His long suffering, His kindness, Him dealing with us, Him being our God. We take it for granted.
We definitely take it for granted. I'll go even a step further. We misunderstand mercy and grace and love. We misunderstand it to this point where we try to make certain moves. We try to make certain moves thinking that we're going to be able to get it from the Most High the way we want to get the mercy and grace. So what is it that we do? Well, first and foremost, before I even get to that point, go to Psalms. Go to Psalms 19. Psalms 19 and you're going to go to verse 12. Damn, why is this not pulling up here?
Psalms chapter what?
Stop, 19 and 12.
Psalms 19 and verse 12.
Right, let everybody get it. Let me get it too. Y'all got it? Go ahead, read.
Who can understand his errors?
Right.
Cleanse thou me from secret faults.
From what?
Secret faults.
Go ahead.
Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins.
See, the problem with us is that we try to keep secrets. We try to not let a murderer is a murderer, right? You know, a thief is a thief. They can't really protect their cards. But what about the things that man can't see in you? Right? What about the lack of faith? What about the pride that you're able to try to mask to a certain degree? Right? What about just any secretive thing that you can hold to the vest, knowing that it doesn't line up biblically with how you should be moving? What about those things? Go ahead.
Let them not have dominion over me.
Right?
Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression.
Now, read verse 12 one more time. I want y'all to get this.
Psalm chapter 19, verse 12.
Right?
Who can understand his errors?
Yeah, that's a question. Why is it asking who can understand his error? And not just the thing that you're doing, but the gravity it has on the people around you. Like, you don't, when a person does things and says things, and you're like, damn, why'd you just say that? Don't you understand what that's going to bring about? Like, when you do move in doubt, right? And you got that lack of faith spirit in you. Or when you move in fear and you got that lack of courage, what that does, what spirit literally just amplifies around you. Do we think about those things? Or when I move in pride, or when I move in hate, or when I move in arrogance, or when I move resentful, or deceptive, or when I have, I tell my little white lies. Right? You might be thinking like, oh, this is a little white lie. It ain't gonna affect nobody. Right? They ain't gonna know. Right? She ain't gonna know. But do y'all think about it like it's asking? Right? Who can understand his errors? Do you understand what these errors bring about? Go ahead, read on.
Cleanse thou me from secret faults.
And these secret faults that we try to hold. Do we really understand the implications that come? We don't. That's why they are secret. That's why they are secret faults. And that's why there's still secret faults in us sometimes, because we don't understand the gravity and the weight of what that secret fault is going to bring on down the line. It may not pop up tomorrow. May not pop up next week. But how about 30 years from now? How about 40 years from now? How about 10 years from now? When those things that are in us, if they go unchecked, or they just get pushed to the side like it's nothing, we don't think about, wait a minute, how is this going to affect things later down the line? We look at the here and now and not the future, right? Read on. Finish it up and then jump to Isaiah 64 and 66. What's your question?
Is secret faults past sins or spiritual deficiencies?
spiritual deficiencies. Past sin is past sin. Right? And it's a past sin because you did it back then, but now what if you're a repeat offender? Right? But either way, there's these spiritual implications that come along with it. Watch, and as we go down in the scriptures, we're gonna really get a clear picture. What?
Just like how you're saying, I'm reminded of the story of Gideon with the soldiers that had wives at home or they just bought a house, and how you saying like the secret faults. That's why they had to be cut off or they had to go home, because that would have affected the army. So like,
well, they had what? That doubt in them?
Doubt, the fear, right?
The doubt, the fear, right?
That would have eroded anything that could have been done or could have been built or fighting against the enemy.
Yeah, because after a while, it's no longer a secret. When it's time to fight and you sitting there trembling, they ain't a secret no more, right? It comes to light. But that's with everything. But see, some of us are able to suppress certain things. Remember, I didn't say correct. I said suppress. There's a difference. There's a difference between suppressing something and band-aiding and eradicating something from your spirit. Totally different thing and two totally different effects. Right? Go to Isaiah.
64.
Isaiah 64 and, what did I say? 64 and 6.
Isaiah chapter 64 verse 6. But we are all as unclean things.
Right?
And all our righteousness are as filthy rags.
Right?
And we all do fade as a leaf.
And this is what we always got to remember when it comes to when it's time to hold a secret or not, or try to suppress something down in you or not. You always got to come back to the realization that I'm not no better than nobody here. You're not no better than nobody here. Nobody's better than anybody. He said our righteousness is like filthy rags. So even the most righteous cat that thinks that he's on his high horse, guess what? He ain't nothing. He's nobody in the eyes of the Most High. So you should be able to put things in perspective and say, you know what? He ain't nobody. He ain't nobody. I ain't nobody. But at the same time, there are still different mental levels and different spiritual levels, because if we really were all the same, we wouldn't be able to help each other. So there got to be somebody that's a little bit more clear-headed than me to be able to get me out of my secret fault or out of my slump or whatever it is, right? Right.
Yes.
But before you even get to that point, what happens? Before you get to the point of, you know what? I know the brother can help me with this, or I know the sisters got me on this. What do you get? What do you do? Why does it stay secret?
Because you don't admit it. You don't bring it out.
Well, right, but what prevents that? What's the first thing that happens? What starts to hit you?
Pride.
Okay, that's one. What else?
Shame.
I start to get shameful. I'm embarrassed. Right? The pride is, oh, I got this. Don't worry, I got it. I can deal with it. Really? Because is that what the Bible says? The shame is, man, I don't even want to deal with it. I don't even want to bring it up. I don't want to talk about it. I'm so ashamed that I'm going to just act like it didn't even happen. Act like it's not even a part of me, whatever it is. Right? But again, what implications? Remember one thing. As the anchor to this class and as an anchor to you, this is a spiritual battle. So just like how the white man did things 30 years ago and it's affecting us now, think about it. The white man could set something in motion in the 60s, and guess what? The repercussions is hitting in the 90s. He got a 30-year long game. He's playing long ball, right? He got a 30-year plan. He could put extra soy in the baby milk 30 years ago. And then they do tests and it's like, damn, all the baby milk drinkers are faggots. What's going on there? Well, the white man knew if we put enough soy, it's going to change their chemistry up. It's going to change their biology. It's going to change their mentality, right? If we take away daddies, then what's going to happen? They're going to be weak and unbalanced. They knew that already. They knew that. That's why they didn't take the daddies out their house. They only took it out of your house, and out of my house, and out of his house, and out of your house. They grew up with their daddies because they knew a daddy and a mommy is the way to have a family. But if we take away their daddies, that's going to leave them at a disadvantage. It might not happen tomorrow, but there's going to be a short-term and a long-term repercussion. The white man knows this. That's why they do things. And you're like, GMO? So we've been eating GMO for the last 20 years? Yeah. Because the white man knew 20 years from now we'd be in a famine. So he set things in motion. Right? What's that?
Is that the third and the fourth, the iniquity to the third and the fourth generation? Like,
Yeah.
how the Most High deals with us, the third and fourth generation. It's not like he went and just got my son and just shook him up and hit him, but the effect of his dad passed down to the son.
Now you talking.
Down to the son.
Now you talking.
Okay.
Now you talking. So just think about it. Visiting the iniquity on the third and fourth generation. Let's use the example of just a man not being around. You got a son. You the first generation. For some reason, you're not around. Boom. Son is raised with mom. We talked about this on Monday's class. What is that son automatically taught? Just off of the example he sees, what is he automatically taught? That he ain't got to be around when he has kids. That's automatically embedded in his spirit, no matter what, because he's a living product of that. So the detriment of, hey son, raise your family, be there for your family, be a good father. That's not being instilled in him, because he got a disgruntled, emotional mother that's saying, men ain't crap, your daddy ain't crap, you look just like your daddy, and he ain't crap. So what's that son gonna think? Well, I ain't crap. And then he's gonna act like crap. And then he's gonna go get him a crappy woman like his mama and repeat said cycle. Right? Until what? Until somebody with wisdom interjects into the situation and says, pump brakes. This is going too far. We got 3 generations of broken home. Right? Because all a cycle does is just repeat itself until the cycle is broken. So the iniquity of that father not being there is being handed down from son to grandson to maybe even great-grandson. Maybe even great-great-grandson. Think about slavery, what that's doing for us now, right? But think about what slavery is doing for these Jews now. Your J.P. Morgan and Chase, the music industry, the media industry. Slavery allowed them 8 generations ago to get on top and control these different markets, where now we're still slaves in these markets. Look at every football team and every basketball team. It's owned by a white man. And you're the nigga running up and down the field like a damn paid slave. That's it. That's it. There was a time when you weren't getting paid. You were just running up and down the court. Yeah. So there's a long-term effect that happens. Now, let's deal with the secret sins. Well, they're secrets, right? So how can they hurt anybody? This is my secret. This is the thing I'm holding to my chest real tight. How can it do anything to anybody if it's my secret? Right? Go from there. Go to Psalms 40 and 12. Read it.
The book of Psalms, chapter 40, verse 12. For innumerable evils have compassed me about.
Right?
Mine iniquities have taken hold upon me.
See, this is where the secret sins and the faults, they start to pile up. And what tends to happen is when you try to hold these things in, it says what? Read it again.
For innumerable evils have compassed me about.
You start to get compassed about. And it looks like, damn, ain't no way out of this. But what do we still do? I'm going to keep this secret. I'm keeping this close to the Nah, I got it. I got this. I got it. You good? Oh, God. Tawab, brother. You don't see the fake smile on my face that I'm barely able to get out? You don't see me looking like Get Out? The dude from Get Out, I'm crying inside, but I'm smiling on the outside. Tawab, brother. Shalom, says you good? Shalom, Yahweh Shema done? Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Sir? The cracking at the end, like, damn, really? And the upper lip quivers, and you like, oh, you ain't good. Why you holding the secret? Why you letting the secrets multiply to the point now where it's innumerable and you're compassed about? Imagine you walking and a bunch of niggas just surround you, ready to jump you. And you know there's no way you can run because they got you surrounded. You run that way, all they're going to do is close the circle in. Imagine that feeling. That's how some of us be walking around. Because we got so many things in us that are trying to pull and rip any level of righteousness and goodness in us. And you take a step forward and that circle closes, boom. You take a step back, that circle closes, boom. Them demons. Right? And you like, okay, I'm going to just have to let them jump me. I can't run. I'm going to just have to let them jump me, man. Right? I'm going to have to just take this beat down. But why? Why get jumped? Is it that serious? Just ask yourself, is it that serious? Is your pride that important? Is your shame that important? Or holding your because that's not even integrity, right? But keeping up appearances. I'm a strong man.
Ego.
Right? Is your ego that important that you rather get jumped and beat down and get bruised up and beat up anyway than to just concede and say, you know what? I need help. You know what? Let me go and let me deal with this thing. But some of us, man, got ego. We ego tripping. Your ego is on 50 and you whack anyway. You wasn't the man in high school. You ain't the man now. So the only way to be the man, though, is to do manly things. But our ego, our pride, some of us are high-level narcissists. That word, narcissism. Some of us are like closet narcissists, man, where it's all about you.
Right.
But it's all about keeping up appearances and looking a certain way. Come on, what's that going to do for me? I don't give a damn. Right? But there's one thing that we forget, that as much as you hold it to the vest, as much as we try to hold things in and suppress things down and push it down and push it down, somebody sees it. It's not really hidden. That's the thing. It's not a real secret. Right? It's only a secret to you because of the way you look at things. You look at things in a carnal vision. Oh, they don't know it, so it's a secret. Well, wait, hold on, but who really sees? See, so with ego and pride, lack of vision, that all equals carnal works, which all equal death anyway. So when they jump you, they're going to kill you. When you get jumped by these demons, they're going to kill you. Right? When these spirits overtake you and it gets so innumerable that you can't contain You like that old wine bottle trying to get new wine and you break, you bust at the seams because you can't contain the newness. You can't do the right thing, the new thing, to get over the old thing because you're not letting that new thing abound. You're still trying to keep old ways with new ways. And we know that doesn't work, right? What they tell us in the world, to suck it up. What they tell men in the world, to be a man, you just got to suck it up. Roll with the punches. Nigga, them punches hurt. Anybody ever got punched in the face? Bruh, that don't feel good. Anybody ever get punched in the gut? And all the wind? But you still got to fight with no breath? Bruh, I've been there. That's the worst feeling. To get socked in the stomach and they knock the wind out of you, but you still got to throw your arms or block. Ain't no prize in that. Right? Ain't no win in that. The real win comes in the way we do things and understand that what the Most High requires from us to be able to get that grace. Where you at?
Verse 12.
Right? Verse 12. Go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
Psalm chapter 40, verse 12. Mine iniquities have taken a hold upon me, so that I am not able to look up.
Go ahead. Yeah, you can't even hold your head up. You walk around in that shame. Because why? What's weighing you down? All the secrets, all the deceiving, all the hiding. It just makes you a shell of what you can be. And you walk around with this shamefulness, not shamefacedness, but you literally walk around. We walk around in shame. Shameful to be around, right? And condemnation. I don't deserve to be around brothers. You got brothers that move like that, and sisters. Y'all ever wonder why like certain people show up at certain times and then they stop? Because they deem themselves unworthy to be around where they're the only ones doing that. Nobody's telling them that. Remember, we're all filthy rags. All of our righteousness is garbage. You can put it all together and the Most High is like, nah, that ain't good enough. But what this person and that person does, ego, narcissism. I'm worse than everyone. I don't deserve to be around. Says who? Says you? Says your ego? But they move like this and they move around. And instead of doing the thing that's going to enable you to lift your head up and be a proud Israelite, you drop your head. You drop your countenance. You move around more spooky. You move around looking real suspect. Right? And it's like, what the hell is your problem? Get over yourself. First and foremost, get over you. You ain't that important.
Ooh.
You ain't that important. You're just not. And it's not that serious either. It's just not. Get over yourself, right? Stop hanging your head. But you're only going to be able to lift your head. A just man falls 7 times and pick himself up. A wicked man falls into condemnation, right? He falls into mischief. So there's a thing here where, what am I doing to lift my head? What am I doing to pick myself up? Or am I just going to move around like a shameful zombie? My whole Israelite career, I must be moving in shame because I want to hold on to things. It don't add up, right? Where you at?
Verse 12.
Go ahead.
They are more than the hairs of mine head.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, my heart faileth me.
Your what?
My heart faileth me.
Yeah, your mind. Your mind fails, man. The cognitive thinking, the objective thinking, the thinking in wisdom. You've now failed yourself and others around you. But why? What do you keep doing? What do we keep doing to get to this point? We ain't talking about murdering. Ain't nobody in here a murderer. Ain't nobody in here a killer. Ain't nobody in here dealing drugs and out there in them streets doing all that All that, ain't no sisters a damn streetwalker. But what you are is angry. What you are is resentful. What you are is unforgiving. There's no forgiveness in some of us. What we are is righteous in moments and then not. Right? You like the punch clock Israelite. And you hide that. You don't want to be around. You don't want to give yourself. And you hide it. You cloak and dagger. Right? You make yourself small. You keep up appearances for the moment. Oh, it's only 2 hours. I can front for the next 2. When I get home, I ain't fronting though. I'm going to be who I am. Right? This damn hair wrap crap. This dress crap. This fringe crap. This thinking crap. This pushing myself crap. What the hell? I don't want to do that. Righteous, nigga. Hell nah. They see, I got them. They don't see the demons on me. That's how Satan be talking like, yeah, see, you got them. You got them. They don't even see me. They don't even see how you really are. You like, damn. But what do? You at home like, Jesus Christ, like, what do I do? Damn, what do I do? Yeah, sis, see? They even see the deceptiveness on you. Damn, you good. You good at deceiving. He don't even see it. And you just like, damn. But what is it that we keep doing? How do we keep propelling ourselves to the point where it seems like the point of no return? Go to Job. 31 and 33.
Okay.
Read that.
The book of Job, chapter 31, verse 33.
Right?
If I covered my transgressions as Adam.
Why do you hang your head down?
I covered my transgressions as Adam.
Why are you overladen and overcompassed with iniquity?
I covered my transgressions as Adam.
See, the problem is we be hiding. See, you want grace, you want mercy, you want forgiveness from the Most High, from your peers. You want to be able to move free and light. But you literally cut yourself out of that. Why? Because you don't allow yourself the opportunity. We don't allow ourselves the opportunity to get the grace and the mercy the right way. We hide things. We make things a secret. We keep things in our mind thinking that your own wisdom is going to resolve the situation. Now, why would you be here? If your wisdom was superior, then you don't need the Bible. Right? Come on, right? The sick needeth a physician. We all in here sick. The Bible said our righteousness, or what we think is righteous, is still filthy. Why? Because at every turn, what do we tend to do? We try to set out to accomplish our own righteousness, not looking at the righteousness of the Most High. In the smallest things, I got a problem with a person. Yeah, but you know what? I'm going to front like I like that person. I don't want to do what the scriptures say and go to them, so I'm going to just fake it. I'm going to just fake it. I'm going to fake it till I make it. And the situation, and then it's going to blow over through time. Listen, that's the biggest cap that the world ever told you, that time heals all wounds. No, mentality. Mentality heals things. Time don't heal a damn thing. Because a nigga can hold a grudge his whole life. A woman can hold a grudge her whole life. Time don't heal nothing. It's you changing your mind of the situation that's going to heal. It's you following wisdom that heals situations. So if I got a problem with a person, it's so basic, right? But I'm trying to front through dealing with this person. Ain't that a secret? Ain't that a fault in me that I'm supposed to attack in a way that it doesn't affect things long term? But what happens when it's not attacked? What happens when that thing gets to lay dormant in you? I'll let y'all think about that. I'll let y'all think about that one. When a certain spirit, when spirits get to lay dormant, I want y'all to think what that spirit is really doing. Right? When it lays dormant. Remember, eradication and suppression are two different things. We can suppress the problem or we can get rid of it. Right? We can make the correct decisions according to a situation, or we can make the wrong decisions, short-term, long-term implications. We can get our iniquities visited 3-4 times down the line, or we can just deal with this thing here. Right? That's what it really boils down to. That's what it really boils down to. Now, go ahead, read on.
By hiding mine iniquity in my bosom.
In my what?
In my bosom.
Yeah, man, you keeping things close to your heart. This is, I'm the only one that understands me. I'm the only one that can deal with me. They ain't gonna get it, man. They ain't gonna understand me. I'm one of one. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're a million of a million. You're like every other Israelite that thinks that they're special. I'm special. Nah, man, that's your ego. That's your pride. That's your lack of vision telling you that you're different and that you got a different circumstance. Listen, at the end of the day, when it all boils down, we all come from the same circumstance. Poor, desolate, broke, and naked and beat down. No matter what. No matter how well off you might have been with your family and you got 2 parents and you grew up here and you did this and you're middle class, it don't matter. You were still desolate. Because those things don't translate to righteousness. Those things don't translate to spiritual growth and and edification. They just don't. They don't. And once you realize that, you'll realize that, okay, you ain't no different than the person that didn't have 2 parents. Right? Than the nigga that grew up in the hood. You're no different. Because no parents growing up in the hood don't translate to righteousness either. Y'all see that? Right, so from there, jump to Psalms 10 and verse 4.
Psalm chapter 10 verse 4.
Go ahead.
The wicked, through the pride of his
Countenance.
will not seek after God.
Right, and this is what it starts to become. This high level of wickedness now because it's a level of deception. And now you got to be one person and put on a mask in this situation, then unmask in this situation, and keeping up appearances. Ain't that what clowns do? Niggas put on makeup for an event, scrub it off for another event, change the makeup over here to look like the scary clown, change it over here to look like the happy clown. Ain't that what clowns do? Yeah, but we ain't clowns. Why we moving like that? You paint on the face of happy. I got to be happy around them because, man, I don't want to get gone into. I got to make sure I'm bubbly and jipper because I don't want nobody to really see the real me. Again, when you suppress these things in you, really ask yourself, what is it doing to you? What is it doing to you when you suppress these negative, secret faults in you? What is it doing to you? Where you at?
I'm on Psalm chapter 10 verse 4.
Finish it up.
God is not in all his thoughts.
See, you're not really looking for forgiveness and repentance. The Most High in your thoughts, you're like, man, I'm trying to serve Yah. No, you're not. Because if you were, we would do the right things. We wouldn't tuck things in our bosom. We wouldn't try to conceal the hidden agendas in us. We wouldn't try to conceal the ulterior motives and the ulterior minds. Come on, you got women in the truth right now that's plotting to pick up the kids and roll. Like, this nigga gonna say one more thing to me, and guess what? I already got my escape plan. Huh? Really? You got sisters plan B in it. You got brothers plan B in it. man, I'm gonna just sneak out at night. I got enough stuff. Look, they measuring the TV. What you doing? Just measuring the TV. Brother ain't looking. He gonna measure his trunk. Like, oh yeah, it'll fit. It'll fit. Well, oh damn, it ain't gonna fit. The TV can stay. I get a new one. As long as all my clothes and shoes can fit. You got cats really plotting. Sisters really plotting. You better. You get him a second rib. Oh yeah, I'm up. Damn, really? That's all it takes? Something so minuscule for you to just say, F the Most High? Well, what you waiting on? Why let it even drag out? But see, those are the things, these secret faults where there's a lack of understanding, there's a miscommunication, there's a lack of understanding one's duty and one's obligation. That's a secret fault. But I don't really understand what I'm here for. Oh, you don't? Well, we've been through the word of the Most High, pounded it into everybody's head for years. But you don't get it? Okay, well, do you want to get it? Right? Do you want to get it, sir? Sire? Ma'am? You want to get it? Or is the ego and the narcissism and the pride and the resentment and the slothfulness and the hatred and the jealousy and the envy, is that all blocking your ability to grasp how you're supposed to be moving as a sister or as a brother? Yes, I'll answer the question. Yes. Yes, Khan, it is. Khan. Some of us don't want to get it. Some of us really don't want to get it. It's like you want to be a demon. You want to be here with double-mindedness. Some of us like the novella of everything's good. I rouse up in the spirit negatively. I get checked because I'm getting attention. I front like I'm a change. Then I do it all over again. Some of us love that. Some of us love that contentious relationship because why? What does it feed? The narcissism in you, the ego. Some of us love them demons sitting in us dormant. Some of us don't want to get rid of our little friends. That's my homie. That's my A1 from day one. Get rid of? Hell nah. It's my boy, yo. That's the homegirl. Right? Some of us don't want to alleviate ourselves and check that demon and vacate that demon. Why? Because who you going to have? Who you going to have to play with at night? Who you going to have to talk to you at night? Who's going to console you in your time of need? See, I'm getting on a real spooky level right now, ain't I? I'm talking like movie, scary demon stuff, but it's real. It's real. Some of us be like, man, who am I going to talk to? If this demon is gone, who's going to feed my ego? Who's going to keep pushing me? Ooh, that's a scary thing. That's scary as hell. Or you can be pushed by the Spirit. Or you can let wisdom fill the gap. Understanding, love, peace, joy, happiness, being rooted in Christ, that can be the thing that propels. Or Legion and his homies could be just all in your brain. Playground. Right? Playground session. Where we at?
We are on Psalm chapter 10, verse 4.
Right, jump down to verse 11.
Verse 11. He has said in his heart, God has forgotten.
And this is the point you get to. Most high in my thoughts, so guess what? I'm not in the most high's thoughts. Psych. You think because you forgot the most high, that the most high forgot you? Cool story, bro. Go ahead.
He hideth his face.
He does what?
Hideth his face.
Go ahead.
He will never see it.
Yeah, the Most High, man, he already hid his face from me, you know. He ain't dealing with me. I ain't getting checked. He letting me get away with it. He letting me have my secrets. He letting me have my playtime with my demons. He letting me have play dates with these spirits. He letting my pride bubble up and just coast. The hate in me, man. Most High ain't doing nothing about that. He forgot. That deceptive spirit, Most High is letting it ride. So, man, he ain't looking. We think because we forget the Most High that he forgot us. No. Go to Job 22 and 12. So the point is, I want you to write down right over Job 31 and 33. You think you're hiding. You think you're hiding. Right above Job 31 and 33. You think you're hiding. Now go to Job 22 and 12. 22 and 12, excuse me. My smoker's cough, even though I don't smoke.
Job chapter 22, verse 12. Is not God in the height of heaven?
Right?
And behold, the height of the stars.
Right?
How high they are.
Mm-hmm.
And thou sayest, how doth the Most High know?
Yeah, you're like, man, Most High don't know. Most High, man, look, he's too busy. We got world wars going on. Most High is too busy over there in Russia and Ukraine. Right? He too busy dealing with that and dealing with this. Little old me, nah, he gonna give me a pass. But see, that's your ego. That's your narcissism. That's your pride. Again, attention whoring. But in a roundabout way. I'm too good to be looked at. I'm sly and cunning. It gets to the point where the secret fault's in you. You try to play that on the Most High. What the hell? How you gonna deceive the Most High? How you gonna lie to God? How you gonna hate God? How you gonna revenge God? Does it make sense? But that's the trick we play on ourselves. You already played it on man and got away with it, so now you try to play it on the Most High. Most High is like, man, come on, bruh. It's like we tell our children, already been 9, already been 10, already been 15. I know what a 15-year-old's thinking. I know what a 9-year-old's thinking. Been there. You can't pull one over on me. We can't pull nothing over on the Most High, man. We try to. You suppress. You suppress. You push down. You don't eradicate. You don't take the steps to remove the spirit. You push them down and push them down. Read on.
Can he judge through the dark cloud?
This is what we really be asking ourselves, like, can the Most High judge through the rain? Can he see me through the walls? Surely when I put 2 covers on, I'm good, right? I'm going to go hide in the basement, right? You know what? I'm going to sit in the car in the garage and he ain't going to see what I'm doing. And he definitely ain't going to see what I'm thinking. Like, what type of trick are we trying to play here? Go ahead.
Thick clouds are a covering to him, that he seeth not, and he walketh in the circuit of heaven.
Right? So, and what the other scripture that I had in here, I took it out, Ecclesiasticus, right? 17. Give me that real quick. We might as well just add it in there. I wasn't going to put it, but it's 17. The Most High's eyes 10,000 times brighter. Is it 17? Yeah, it's Ecclesiasticus. Right? Am I? No. It's 23 and 17. Right? 23 and 16. Ecclesiasticus 23 and 17. 19.
Okay.
18. Sorry, just read 17. Go ahead. Read 17.
Ecclesiasticus.
Because read Ecclesiasticus 23 and 17. The Bible's going to talk about a whoremonger, right? But we could remove whoremonger and put deceiver, liar, cheater, a person that got hatred, a person that don't forgive, right? We could remove the whoremonger and put all these different secret attributes, these secret sins that are laying dormant within us. Not really dormant, though. That's the thing. They're really active, but dormant. Because you're doing the cloak and dagger. Righteous in one moment, demon on the next. Demon time over here, righteous time over here. I'm free over here. Forgive us free. I'm free. But over here, I got to act like, I care. I got to be chaste and meek, humble, brotherly, sisterly. I got to be a mom. Some of y'all hate y'all's kids. Some of y'all hate y'all's kids, man. Some of y'all resent y'all's children. It shows. Some of us resent the truth. And it shows. It shows because of the way you move and groove. Does it make sense? Nope. It don't. It don't make sense. Read where you at.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 23, verse 17.
Uh-huh.
All bread is sweet to a whoremonger.
Right.
He will not leave off till he die.
Go ahead.
A man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart,
Right.
who seeth me?
Right. A man that breaketh wedlock is no different than an infidel, a cheater, a deceiver, a liar, right? Negative attributes is the bottom line. But what does he automatically do? Who sees me?
Yeah.
He automatically puts his mind in this carnal, I can't be seen, and the thing that I'm doing has no effect on nobody but me. Read on.
I am compassed about with darkness.
Right?
The walls cover me.
Yeah, we did it with the lights off. So, that, y'all didn't see it. Go ahead.
And nobody seeth me.
Read.
What need I to fear?
Go ahead.
The Most High will not remember my sin.
Yeah, wait. Does the Most High remember? Can he judge through the clouds? Most High, look, man, little old me. I'm good. You good? Because I'm good. Most High, man, look, Most High ain't worried about me. He ain't looking for little old me. My little sins, they ain't even mattering. But to you, you like, man, Barakatah Yahweh, I'm able to do what I want and move autonomously. I can do what I want and not get you. Oh, damn. Can't wait to do it again. Can't wait to think it again. Can't wait to think it again. Go ahead.
Such a man only feareth the eyes of men.
Read.
And knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
Go ahead.
Beholding all the ways of men.
Go ahead.
And considering the most secret parts.
What does he consider?
The most secret parts.
Yeah, them secret faults that you think that you bottled up from Quadazop. I ain't nobody. My righteousness is trash. Who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? The Most High already considered it before you even tried to hide it, Adam. Before you even tried to hide it, Adam. Most High already knew, like, oh, damn, wait a minute, what's going on here? Let's see how he does. Let's see how he plays this. Let's see how she plays this. Let's see if she plays with it or if she does the right thing. He's already considering. But how come you're not? I'm going to take it right back. I'm going to take it right back to something. Most High is considering and you're not. That's why the scripture asked. Who can understand his errors? Who can understand his errors? You're not even considering the error of your way. You're not even considering how to get out the error. How to not be compassed about with the demons. How to get out of the mud, out of the rut, out of the thoughts. Most High is already considered. He gave us the way, right? He gave us the way to get out. Where we at?
That was the end of verse
So,
19.
with all that being said, right? You get to this point where you're able to camouflage and shapeshift. Right? Some of us be shapeshifting and camouflaging and ducking and diving. And you get so good at it. You get so good at hiding your secrets and your faults. Not changing them, hiding them. How do they come out? What is the Most High's next step? What's the Most High's next step? Because you got good at deception. Right? What does he do?
Pride go before destruction. He gonna bring it out
Yeah, but how?
in front of everybody.
Yep. But how? You ain't around. You already done died off.
Oh,
How?
through the third and fourth generation, through the iniquity, through your offspring.
Go from there.
Man.
Go to 1 Corinthians 4 and 5. I gave it away, but go to 1 Corinthians 4 and 5 real quick. Read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 5.
Remember, all your secret faults are spirits. They're all spirits that you're trying to suppress. So in a spiritual battle, can you just suppress a spirit and that be it? Could Jacob just suppress the angel? It said he had to wrestle the angel. It said he wrestled his ass till daybreak. He literally had to fight and wrestle and tussle and this and that, right? To wrestle with something is a back and forth. He couldn't just hold him. I'm going to hold you down, son. I'm going to suppress you. Right? He had to fight it. He had to fight them demons on him. He couldn't just suppress them and be like, I'm going to push you down until tomorrow. I'm going to, I'll holler at you next week. Go ahead, read it.
1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 5. Therefore, judge nothing before the time.
Go ahead.
Until the Lord come.
Read.
Who both will bring to light the hidden things.
What will he do?
Bring to light the hidden things.
Go ahead.
Of darkness.
Yeah, the Most High is going to bring the hidden things of darkness, man. But in what way? Go ahead.
And will make manifest the counsels of the heart.
Yeah, he going to make manifest what was in your mind. What was in your heart. If you were really a shapeshifter and a deceiver. If you weren't really in it for the right reasons. He's going to make it manifest. He's going to bring it out. And you ain't got to be here to see it. You ain't got to be here to feel it, but it's going to happen. Go ahead.
And then shall every man have praise of God.
I'm going to say it again. Go to Matthew 18. Everything we do has a spiritual attachment to it.
You know how you was talking about like Jacob and wrestling the angel, how you had to fight the angel. Mm-hmm. When you look at that, right? The name got changed to Israel after he fought the angel, right? Mm-hmm. And that's important because that's how you earn your name. That's how you earn your stripes. You're gonna earn your name through the things that you go through. That's how you're gonna build, your character. It's through those different moments. So it's like, yeah, my name may be Lakarab, right? But there's different fights and battles that I'm gonna be going through where it's like attached to the name, attached to my name, Lakarab, it's gonna be some good things, or it's gonna be some bad things. It all depends on how well I fight this angel. If you know, like just throughout the whole process, if I'm getting my ass kicked, or if I'm actually winning, or if I give up, or if I lay down and just let it win, like everything is just gonna be attached. You gonna show who you are while you're wrestling.
Explode.
So
It never fails. Like I didn't. Let me ask y'all a question. Jacob wrestled the angel. What else did he get? What else did he get from the Most High? Forget a name change. Forget a name change. What we've been talking about. What else did he get?
it's kind of
Did he not get grace and mercy from the Most High?
Mm-hmm.
Did he not get grace? But he fought. He didn't just be a bystander. He didn't just suppress. He fought, and the Most High gave him grace and mercy for the rest of his damn life. He gave y'all looking at a name change. That, bruh, get that out of here. It's important. Don't get me wrong. It's important. But we diving deep, right? We getting deep up in here. This is a swimming pool, and we in like, I think we like in the 10-foot right now. What we?
the Olympic size.
We in the Olympic 30 foot, right? He got the grace and mercy. He got the real attention that we all seek. That's what he got from the Most High. See, we go about trying to get this attention from the Most High, but we try to go about it the wrong way. Where you at?
Matthew 18.
Read Matthew 18 and verse 18. So remember, I said it earlier. Everything we do is got a spiritual attachment. So Jacob wrestling the angel, there was a spiritual attachment to that.
Yep.
Not just a name change, but even with that name change came a spirit. You went from the supplanter to a prince with power. The power to do what? But that's the Most High giving that grace. You ain't got to do the Yaquab no more. You ain't got to do the supplanting. You ain't got to do the, bedazzling Esau out of his birthright. Right? It's yours now. Go ahead, read it. Matthew 18 and 18.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 18.
Right?
Verily I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall bind on earth.
And this is what we forget. That when you do it here, when you lie, cheat, steal, lack forgiveness, ego trip, right? When we manifest these secret faults and sins here on earth, go ahead.
Shall be bound in heaven.
You put that in the spirit, man. You put that out in the atmosphere. It's no longer a secret. That demon is no longer just your friend. You know what you did? You open up the door for him to play with anybody around you. Anybody that's willing. Anybody that's willing to play, guess what? They're going to make a new friend. You bind it here, you bind it in the spiritual realm. This is what we got to understand. So if I'm constantly binding and loosing good, what's going to happen? Well, it tells you. Watch, read it.
And whatsoever ye shall loose on earth.
Right? So if I'm loosing demons, if I'm binding up demons, then guess what? They're going to be bound in the spirit. But if I'm loosing demons, then guess what's going to happen? They're going to be loose to roam. But in your mind, you're like, oh, no, see, the Most High don't see me. He ain't got to see you. That's the point. Nobody has to see you. That's not the problem, whether you're seen or not. Don't we get it? That's not the problem. The problem is who you trying to affect and how. And with what? And for how long? Go ahead.
Shall be loosed in heaven.
You loose it on this earth, man. It's going to be loose in the spirit. You put out lies and deception. You're putting that out in the atmosphere. You're putting that out in the spirit. Right? So from there, go to Ecclesiasticus 11 and 28. No, I'm sorry. Go from there. Go to Revelation 6:13. Because once you loose and bound, but once you loose these demons, once you let these things off the chain, this is what happens. Revelation
chapter 6, verse 13.
Go ahead.
And the stars of heaven.
Revelation 16:13. I'm sorry, did I say 6? 16:13. Out of 1. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 16, verse 13.
Right?
And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs.
3 what?
3 unclean spirits.
See, you loosen these unclean spirits and you give them the ability to hop around like frogs. You give them the ability to jump on the backs of the unassuming. Who are the unassuming? Well, if this is a man in his household that's moving in these certain ways, who are the unassuming of his household? If he got a wife and kids, aren't they the unassuming? Yeah. They're not thinking like, oh, daddy is letting demons hop on us. The sad part is you ain't even thinking that. The sad part is as a man, we don't even think that like, damn, I'm letting demons hop all over my family because I got these things in me, but I'm not eradicating, I'm suppressing. I think I'm suppressing. I thought I was suppressing that. No, the whole time you were nurturing that. The whole time you let that demon sit in you, and you know what happened? You became it. You became those spirits. It merged into your soul. And now there's no separation between righteous and good anymore. You just a soul. You just a person with negative attached. And what happens? You let those demons free to run, they attach on now to your children, to your wife, to anybody that's not strong enough to fight. Go ahead, read on.
Like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon.
Right. Jump over there. Jump from there. Jump to Luke 11 and 24. So these unclean spirits get to hop around. And what do you think? Oh, the spirit's out of me, man. I'm good. I'm clean. I'm clean. I got it. I suppressed. Ooh. I suppressed. Nah. You got that spirit buff as hell. Ready to explode out of you. And that's what it's doing. Hopping around. The doubt, the envy, the hate, the jealousy, the I don't want to be here, the double-mindedness, the tale-bearing, the tattletelling, the supplanting, right? The subverting. Some of us are subverters. You know what that means? You got sisters that'll go to other sisters and uproot the foundation that their husband laid down in righteousness through the conversation of wives, through their negative outlook. They'll subvert, meaning when you subvert, you go underneath and then you go up, sub-vertical, right? So to subvert is like taking a shovel, putting it in the grass and pushing up to lift that grass up, to take that top off. You got sisters that move like that. They're subverters. They know they do it too. They know what the hell they're doing. They'll come around. So sis, how's this going and how's that going? You ain't got no, I was about to say something bad. You ain't got no level of counsel in you. But you asking questions for what? What you want to know? And what you want to know it for? For what? You gonna help? You got counsel? You got scriptures? You can't even keep yourself on track. But you can tell because the ones that subvert are already subverted. They've already been uprooted from whatever foundation was laid down. Misery loves company. Some of us are secretly miserable as hell. And what are you looking for? Somebody to tag along with you. Who can I get to ride this ride with me? Because I'm miserable as hell and I really don't want to be here. I'm miserable in this life. So I'm going to go through and subvert households one by one. And how do I do it? I'm poking around. I'm sniffing around to find secrets of others and to gather information of the things I don't need to hear and the things I don't need to know. So sis, how did it go? How was this? How was that? I already answered that. Why you keep asking me? What are you looking for? What information are you trying to gather? I already answered that. I already answered the question. Why do you keep asking me the same thing over and over? What are you getting at? Subverters, right? The scriptures talk about that in what? Titus? Or Timothy, subverting whole households. Imagine that, man. You laying something down as a man and some damn knuckleheaded chick comes and uproots your ribs' whole mind out the damn truth. You like, what the? Damn. I thought sisters were supposed to be getting together, sewing, class, righteousness, love, peace, joy. They in there talking about whose back getting blown out. And my husband does this to me, and he don't do it. You're up there, and you like, damn, my husband don't do that to me. See, then you go home with demons on you, babe. How come? And you like, what? Is that what y'all talk about in garments? Hold up, whose back getting broke? Who lasts the longest? Who lasts long and all that madness, bro? I've been there. Trust me. I hear it. I hear it. I've heard it. Y'all looking at me. Y'all ain't looking at me, and some of y'all looking at me like, what? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The things that sisters get together and talk about. Who's fine and who's sexy and who's this and who's that. Stop. What are you doing that for? Well, it's usually the disgruntled. It's usually the disgruntled, halfway in, halfway out sister with no root that's looking to uproot the ones around her. Who can I take with me? It's just like Satan. It's just like Esau. What's he on? I'm going to cause as much damage as I can before my time's over. You ain't no different than a damn Edomite. Moving in that wicked, hateful, negative spirit. That's a spirit of murder, man. But some of us move like that. Where you at?
Luke chapter 11 verse 24.
Go ahead.
When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places,
Right.
seeking rest,
Right.
and finding none.
That's talking about the spirit. When the spirit is gone out of you, or so you thought, that spirit is walking around trying to do what? Look for something else to dwell in. It's looking for another home. When them unclean spirits is hopping around to look for somebody to attach to. Go ahead.
He saith, I will return unto my house.
Yeah, I'm going to go back home, man, because he got it nice and comfy in there. The heat was on, the right temperature. The damn couches was fluffy. That bed was Tempur-Pedic, adjustable, sleep number. You know what I'm saying? He had the rain head shower. That demon is finding every reason to go back and attach. Not just to you. Not just to you. That secret fault that you thought you got rid of and just pushed down. It's looking for every reason to reattach itself or to come up out of that suppression. Go ahead.
Whence I came out.
Read.
And when he cometh, he findeth it swept and garnished.
Man, it's clean up in here. Damn, niggas done painted the walls. Damn, bruh.
Doing nice.
Hell yeah, they done vacuumed. Damn, rearranged the furniture. Oh, okay.
Respect.
Somebody went to IKEA and was shopping. That's what the demon is saying. Like, oh, okay, you made some changes.
It's mattress Mac.
Hell yeah, you went to Mattress Mac, right? Got you the pillow top, right? Damn. Really? Okay. Yeah, you got the air fryer. Damn, they got rid of the microwave. Got the air fryer now. Damn, nigga taking care of himself. I like it here. I like it here. It's better than the last time. Go ahead.
Then go with thee and take it to him 7 other spirits.
But then he's like, wait a minute, hold up. Y'all done added on like a whole add-on? You got an extra bedroom up in here? Damn. Wonder if the homies want to come kick it. Man, let me hit them up. And hey, so this nigga's already prideful as hell. So let's just call up the homeboy unforgiving. Call up the other cat. Hit up Lust. See what he wants to do. Right? Hit up Hate because she's ready to come through. Right? Hit up Liar because we gotta have her too. Right? And he making the phone call to all the damn demons, calling all demons. But is it just being called to you? Nah, man. You put it out in the spirit. So now your little baby, now your child, now your rib, they're all susceptible. You thought the whole time you was hiding. You thought the whole time you were suppressing. The porn demon, right? The little, man, nobody knows it, but I got a secret browser. I got the incognito browser. So, when brothers think I'm studying, I really be on Pornhub. Oh, okay, cool. Cool, okay. So that's what you on? So you gonna feed that spirit, huh? And nobody knows. So while you Pornhubbing and think you hiding, guess what your little son is doing in the next room? Guess what your son is doing in the bathroom when you think you hiding your porn demon, but that porn demon is circulating through the house. And it's not just a porn demon, it's just lust. Right? Yeah. And when that porn and that lust demon sinks into your son, what's he on? Do I gotta say it? You know what he's in that damn bathroom doing. Damn, boy, what you doing in the bathroom? Nothing? Huh? Like, why does it smell like that up in here? What the hell's going on? What you in here with? Right? Why we keep running out of Vaseline and lotion? What the hell's going on, son? Nothing? Right? But the whole time, you in the other room doing what? Feeding that spirit. And you think that because it's you and that you can contain and handle it, that spirit ain't gonna look for nobody else. That nigga done made a home in your rib, made a home in your sons, made a home in the brother that was there needing a place to stay. Next thing you know, he got damn demons on him. Damn, Hawk, what's going on with you? I don't know, Hawk. I'm in this brother's house and all of a sudden, I got damn lust spirits on me. Really? Well, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. I laid in the bed and all of a sudden I felt something jump on me. Y'all think it's a game. Y'all think it's a game. Y'all think it's funny. It sounds funny, but it ain't. Because when a person got lust demons on them and they drop them demons off and leave wherever they at, that demon is there lingering, waiting for the next person to jump on. So when a person pulls up and they like, oh, you know what? Let me borrow the room real quick, and they sleep in the room, and they like, what the hell? Why all of a sudden do I got these thoughts and urges? Why all of a sudden there's porn popping up in my mind? Well, wait a minute, because that demon got dropped off in that room and was just waiting dormantly to attach to something, to someone. Anybody that's ready. Anybody that lays down in that bed is about to catch this. That's how these spirits work. You want to be a whoremonger? Yeah, I'm knocking down a bunch of chicks and nobody knows. And you bringing that into your house? What the hell you think is going to happen? You bringing that into your house. You bringing that level of spirit into your house. But then you wonder why your rib turned into a damn whore. All of a sudden, she's cheating and sleeping on you. Well, wait a minute. What was I doing? Well, because while she was at work, and I was fronting like I was going to work, I had Becky come through, Felicia, Katrina, Katana, this chick, that chat, this chick, and you dropping off demons and depositing demons into your spiritual realm. Now your rib got a horse spirit on her. Now your daughter, 5 years old, moving like a hoe. 6 years old, 7, 10, 12, 15. You like, what the hell gotten into you? Well, what gotten into you is what been in you. What got in her is what been in you. What you thought you were suppressing. This is how these things manifest, man. You ever wonder why a man cannot grow up with his father and just be his father? You got men that never grew up with their father, but they end up doing the same thing as their daddy. Because it's a spirit. It's a spirit. The scriptures say, as the mother, so is the daughter. Why? Because mom could be like, no, daughter, don't be like me, don't be like me. But she's jumping from pole to pole in the next room. So what's little daughter doing? In her bed, sleep, snoring, right? Sucking up them demons. Because that demon is in the air, man. And it's going to be made manifest through your children. It's going to be made manifest through your rib, brothers. Yeah. So if you ain't rooted, guess what? It's going to show through your rib. Now, I want to be real careful here with what I'm saying. Does that mean that every time a person goes negative, that is the husband's fault? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Because you get, the way, it's funny with the way the Most High works. He makes it very plain and clear. He don't make this a guessing game. He makes it real clear, like, wait, no, this is coming from the head. This is why this is happening. Read on.
More wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there, and the last day of that man is worse than the first.
Yeah, the last estate of that man, the first estate of that man is that man. His last estate could be his sons or grandsons. They end up worse off. Or just that man. Y'all get it? Go to Ecclesiasticus 11 and verse 28.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 11 verse 28.
Go ahead.
Judge none blessed before his death.
Go ahead.
For a man shall be known in his children.
Yeah, man. Like, I'll give you a for instance. You got, everybody knows about the Houston mogul Jay Prince. But then he got his little sons, Jay Prince Jr. And they getting caught up in all this. They getting caught up in a lot of deceptive things where now people is getting murdered behind their name. Wasn't there always speculation? Wasn't there always speculation on Jay Prince on the way he was doing business deals and the bullying and the guns and the this and the that? He always put up a persona that, no, I'm a clean businessman. I'm writing books. I'm an author. You know, this is all about the music. But a man shall be known in his sons. First of all, his sons didn't even see no gangster stuff. His sons went to private school. His sons were born into billionaire status. Why are these niggas walking around like dope boys? Why are these niggas walking around with thugs and shooters and hitters and goons? Where'd they get that from? Daddy shielded them. He didn't even let them listen to rap. But where'd they get that from? Well, you can't deny a spirit. You can't stop the spirit that you put out there. So as much as you shield their eyes and shield their ears, are you shielding their soul? No. No. Because they ain't on that. Yep. So now when these niggas are getting caught up in murder charges and this person's dying every time they get around these dudes and they got this type of grimy ass dude around them, where'd they get that from? That was a spiritual thing that they adopted. All that, listen, You got sisters, man, bruja and witches and all that stuff. Well, mama wasn't a witch. Grandma wasn't a witch, but you know who was? Great-great-granny. That thing went down through that bloodline. That thing was a spirit that never, ever left off those people. And what did it do? It just, again, what does the spirit want to do when you suppress it? It only wants to just multiply itself. That spirit is trying to survive, man. Just like the righteous spirits are trying to survive, and we try to nurture righteousness, right? Because you got to nurture it. You got to fight for it. Just like good is trying to survive and beat out evil, evil is trying to survive and beat out good. But what are you nurturing? What are you pushing? What are you eradicating? What are you suppressing? You can shield the eyes. You can shield the ears. But are you guarding their spirit? The first step is to get it out of you. Get it away from you. Get these secret faults out. So that way they can really be out and not just dormant, sitting there, waiting for opportunity to pounce. Satan is an opportunist. An opportunist. And it just takes one instance for that demon to rise up. Right? Damn, why'd you do it? Man, Satan made me do it. No, he didn't. He gave you the opportunity to do it, and you suppressed and didn't eradicate, so that demon rose up. Now you in jail for murder. Now you in jail for rape. Now you in jail for this. Man, some of us got secret rape intentions in our head. Every time I'm talking, I'm bringing this popping in my head. But some of us think like that. Like, man, I need to rape these chicks. What the hell? That's insane. Right? So, judge no man blessed. Go to Ecclesiasticus 26 and 23. Ecclesiastes.
God.
We went there already, right? Yeah. Right, go to Ecclesiasticus 26 and 23.
God.
Read it.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 verse 23.
Go ahead.
A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
So if you got these things in you, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get yourself manifested in this woman. Manifested, excuse me. In this woman and in your children. A wicked woman is given into listen what it's saying. A wicked woman is given to a wicked man. So if you move in a certain way, well, you're going to get what you are. Why? You ever see good women get with a bad guy, and all of a sudden now it's Bonnie and Clyde? Good girl gone bad? How? Because he was putting those things in her, subjecting her, easing her, coaching her. He might have never handed her a gun or even a blunt. You got niggas that's like, oh yeah, I don't let my girl do drugs. But she's a hoe. Where'd she learn that from? She wasn't a hoe before she got with you. I don't let my girl, I don't let my girl do drugs or drink or none of that stuff. But she's plotting on every other nigga behind your back. Where'd she get that from? You looking at the damn outward drug matter, but you're not looking at the spirit that's being coached and guided in her through your spirit. Father, the sins of the father, where do they come from? The iniquity, third and fourth generation, where does that come from? Well, the bottom line is it's up to us. Now that we know, we got to start eradicating things away from us. That way they don't grip onto our sons and our daughters. What's the point of doing all this goddamn work and all this studying and all this teaching and all this listening just for your son to be a faggot anyway? Think about it. Just for your son to be a murderer anyway. Think about it. Just for your son to be a thief. Just for you to sit back and want to disown your child because of the negative that's in them. What the hell's the point? Oh, because he had fringes on? Oh, because he had a garment? Like I tell my son, you can't wear no garment if you lying. Because priests don't lie. So if you see him come up in here with no garment on, no garment shirt, no garment pants, just know his ass is on zero priest mode. Right? He's on, no, this is spiritual. This ain't about a garment. This ain't about, because you know how to say the salute, son. Manashah knows the salute. He's 2. And he don't even know what the hell he's saying. Don't think because the outward appearance is there that's all that there is. Or else it wouldn't be a secret. So I check nah, bro, you ain't wearing no fringes today. Or for the week, or for 2 weeks, because you a liar. Or you a thief. Whatever he does, I'm like, nah, bro, priests don't do that. It ain't, and showing him early, it ain't about the fringe, the beard. It ain't about none of that. But what's in your spirit? Y'all see this? Where you at?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 23.
Go ahead.
Precept.
Go ahead.
But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord.
You see that? But if a man that fears the Lord is going to get a godly woman to compliment him. A man is going to cleave to his like. Go to Acts real quick. 5:1. Go to Acts 5:1.
Acts chapter 5, verse 1.
Right?
But a certain man named Ananias,
Right?
with Sapphira, his wife,
Right?
sold a possession and kept back part of the price.
Now, this wasn't the agreement. The agreement was that we're going to sell everything and lay it all at the apostles' feet and let them make a separation and a distribution for everybody to have equal playing field, right? But they decide, you know what? Damn, we got to sell up. We about to sell up our whole life. What we gonna do? Now, it doesn't tell you who came up with the plan, but we know one thing. Just like Adam, this man didn't stand up as a man and do the right thing. He let it ride. So if it was his wife, he's wrong. If it was him, he's double wrong. Ain't no escaping, brothers. Sins of the father. Ain't no escaping. So you can't sit there and be like, well, she was there with me. Nigga, so what? Did you stand up? Did you take the manly route? Did you put it in check? Or did you ride with the negative? Well, she came up with the plan. Okay, cool. Well, you're supposed to check that. Well, you came up with the plan. Well, damn, that's even worse. And if she just riding with it, that's to her detriment. We're going to see. Read.
His wife also, being privy to it.
Being what?
Privy to
She
it.
knew what was about to happen. She was like, oh, yeah, we about to hold back part of the price. Now, she could have made a stand and said, you know what? No, we ain't riding like that, hubby. Remember the righteous thing. Remember what we agreed on. Remember our vows. Go, read.
And brought a certain part.
Right.
And laid it at the apostles' feet.
Go ahead.
But Peter said,
right.
Ananias, why hath Satan filled thine heart to lie to the Holy Spirit?
But wait a minute. How the hell did y'all know we was lying? How did Peter know? Because it's spiritual, that's why. Because Peter was a spiritual man judging things in the spirit. And when you move in the spirit, you're privy to certain things. The spirit will give you the vision, the foresight, the understanding, the ability to judge. We go through it all the time, Isaiah 11, right? John 14, 26, 15, 26, we go through it all the time. The spirit of judgment. But think about it. If the Holy Spirit can give you this, well, can't Satan? Can't Satan give you the ability to do things in the spirit that are negative? Yeah. See, they were more relying on Satan. That's why I said, why did Satan fill your heart? They were more relying on Satan to be more powerful than the Holy Spirit. So they're like, oh yeah, Satan, you know what? Oh, you know what? Deception, lying, cheating, going back on our word, that's all satanic. Don't y'all get it? It wasn't a white man with a pitchfork. Esau didn't roll up like, hey, hold back part of the money, bruh. I got you. No, it was the secret faults in them.
Yeah.
It was the secret sin that they've been holding on to. It was the deception in them that lay dormant. And guess what? When it was time for that demon to act, perfect timing in their eyes. Only in their eyes was it perfect timing. Everybody else is like, gotcha. You ain't slick. You ain't slick, bro. Peter called him out. Wait a minute. Why y'all lying? He didn't hesitate. They thought it was perfect timing. But Peter was like, bro, y'all tripping. Come on. Why y'all doing that? Read on.
And to keep back part of the price of the land.
Go ahead.
Whilst it remained, was it not thine own?
Right? Did somebody interrupt this? Did somebody interject, or was it not you?
Force you.
Right. Did somebody force you, or were you coerced? No, you weren't. Go ahead, read.
And after it was so,
Right?
Was it not in thine own power?
Yeah, like, was not the land yours this whole time? Did you not have it? Then when you sold it, was the money not in your hands? Was it not in your power to give what you said you was going to give? Of course it was. But what took over? The secret fault. The secret sin. They're now compassed about with, let me deceive, let me lie, let me cheat, let me steal, let me go back on my word, let me move deceptively. All these things in one instance. Look at all the demons that popped up. It wasn't just one thing. Covetousness. Let me be covetous. Pride. All that doubt, fear. Because if we sell everything and give them everything, we ain't gonna have nothing. But nigga, the whole point was for you to have something. That was the whole point. Was that distribution was gonna be made for equality. But now I'm doubting. Now I'm fearful. So you know what? I gotta look out for me. I'm selfish. I gotta look out for me, cuz you know, me and my ego, me and my boo, we over here. We don't know what y'all gonna do. Evil eye. Y'all just gonna take our stuff and run with it. But that ain't what we said. The hell we said we was gonna distribute. Where'd you get that from? Evil suspicion, evil eye has overthrown many, right? Skewed judgment. All these things pop up because of one instance, because you didn't eradicate one thing from your soul. And now look, 18 more demons pop in. Golly. Whew. Read.
Why hast thou conceived this thing
Go ahead.
in thine heart?
Right.
Thou hast not lied unto men,
Right.
but unto the Most High.
See, the Most High called them out. They thought they was lying to men. They thought they was lying to men like, who's going to see us? Ain't nobody going to know how much we sold it for. We going to say we sold it for 100, but we sold it for 5. They ain't going to know. Nah, bro. The Most High knew. Read.
And Ananias, hearing these words,
Right.
fell down and gave up the ghost.
Yeah. Nigga got so shameful he just died. His whole spirit got took. He wasn't no longer worthy. He was no longer worthy of what he really wanted was some grace. What he really needed was some grace. Most High said, nah, bro. Croak and die. Go ahead.
And great fear came on all them that heard these things.
Read.
And the young man arose, wound him up, and carried him out, and buried him.
Go ahead.
And it was about the space of 3 hours later.
So 3 hours later. Go ahead.
When his wife, not knowing what was done.
She didn't know that he died. She knew that the money was cheated on. But she didn't know he dropped dead. She didn't know he got called out. Go ahead.
Came in. And Peter answered unto her, Tell me whether ye sold the land for so much.
Yeah, sis, what was the price? What'd y'all really get for it? Go ahead.
And she said, yea, for so much.
Yeah. We only sold it for 100. But Ananias, what did Ananias tell you? Well, that nigga's dead. So he ain't saying nothing. Go ahead.
Then Peter said unto her, how is it that ye have agreed together to tempt the Spirit of the Most High?
Go ahead, read.
Behold, the feet of them which have buried thy husband are at the door, and shall carry thee out. Then fell she down straightway at his feet, and yielded up the ghost.
Now think about it. All she did was agree. All she did was agree with her husband in negative, and look what happened. That's how deep it gets. So what is it showing you, sisters? You better stand the hell up. You better stand the hell up for what's right. You ain't got to follow the path of an Ananias, a cheater and a liar. You don't have to let that demon take a hold on you, but you got to agree with the demon. Don't you get it? Read 9 one more time.
Then Peter said unto her, how is it that ye have agreed
Have
together?
what? Have what?
Agreed.
Have what?
Agreed.
Can two walk together at least they what?
Agreed.
Stop agreeing with demons, man. Stop agreeing with negative. If a man want to die for his sin, let him die for his sin. But why are you taking on that burden? Why are you letting that thing attach to you? Even you children. Even y'all can be strong enough, and the more you're around reading and studying, the Most High will give you the ability to understand and feel. You'll be able to feel when something's wrong. Oh, no, that ain't right. The way they dealing ain't right. I can't deal like that. The way he's talking to her ain't right. I can't talk like that. The way she's talking to him ain't right. The way mom is dealing with dad right now, that don't feel right. The Most High will give you that spiritual power to be able to block them demons from trying to hop on you for you to become a damn clone of negative. From there, one more. 2 Samuel. Uh, 12 and 9.
2 Samuel chapter 12, verse 9.
Read.
Wherefore hast thou despised the commandment of the Most High,
Go ahead.
to do evil in his sight?
Now this is going into David. Read.
Thou hast killed Uriah the Hittite.
So if you think that this can't happen to you, here's another example of visiting the iniquity on the children of the fathers, right? Remember, how many of David's sons died in a bad way? You had Absalom, who was murdered. You had Adonijah, right, who was killed by Samuel, by Solomon. You had Hanan, what's his name, that raped his sister? Hamnon? No, not. What's his name? Hanan raped his sister. He got killed by Absalom. So Absalom got killed. Absalom killed his brother. Solomon killed Adonijah. It's 3 of David's sons. They got put down. Why though? Why? How many of David's women got slept with by his son? 10 of his women. 10 of his concubines. Why though? Well, the Most High told you, I'm going to visit the iniquity on your children. You do something and show that negative example and loose that spirit. Remember, David loosed the spirit of adultery and murder. Yes. When he killed Uriah the Hittite and when he slept with Bathsheba, he loosed that spirit. Yes. He pulled that spirit right out of the damn spiritual realm and manifested that into his children. Right. Now think about it. The Bible tells you that when a man rises up against a woman in rape, when a man rapes a woman, it's like him rising up to murder a man, right? It's like him rising up to slay his brother. Tells you that in Deuteronomy. When a man rapes a woman, y'all can get it real quick. What is it, Deuteronomy 22? When a man rises up in raping a woman, it's like him raising up to slay his brother. So it's telling you that the commission of rape is on the level of murder. David loosed that spirit onto his children. Remember, they weren't around that. They weren't around that. They weren't in there in the bed when he was sleeping with Bathsheba. They weren't on the rooftop when he was looking at her butt naked. They weren't there with him. But how did they become these type of men where you got Absalom banging all his women on a rooftop? Right? You got Adonijah trying to get with his bed warmer, adultery. Right? You got Solomon demon worshiping. You got all these things that happen where they didn't have to happen, is the point. If David would have just... Remember, what does it say that David was what? Does it call him the friend of the Most High? No, that's not David. That's Abraham.
A man after the Most High's heart.
A man after the Most High's heart. Not because of the things that he did, but because how he bounced back from the things that he did. His repentive spirit. But yet and still, he loosed spirits onto his family tree that he could not get back from. Remember, his first son from Bathsheba died. So he put a death angel out in the atmosphere, man. Read.
You want that Deuteronomy?
You there? You at the point? Yeah, read it.
Deuteronomy 22, verse 25.
Right?
But if a man find a betrothed damsel...
What's David's daughter's name? Tamar. Right. Go ahead.
In the field, and the man force her...
Right.
And lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die.
Go ahead.
But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing.
Go ahead.
There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death.
Go ahead.
For as when a man riseth against his neighbor,
right,
and slayeth him,
right,
even so is this matter.
Yeah. Spirit of murder. But think about it. Absalom murdered his brother. David murdered his brother. Killed his brother. Right? Now, we know Solomon killed his brother because his brother was on an adulterous tip. Right? We know that Absalom killed his brother because of the rape. And it tells you that that should happen. But the point is this. Those were the dominoes falling from what David did. Y'all see that? Why did his son have to rape a woman? Well, that's the spirit that he cast on his people. Why did Absalom have that spirit to have to go now avenge in that way or have to go do that? Because that's the spirit that David put out there. Watch, we're going to read it. Read back to 2 Samuel.
2 Samuel, chapter 12, verse 9.
Right.
Wherefore hast thou despised the commandment of the Most High?
Go ahead.
To do evil in his sight.
Read.
Thou hast killed Uriah the Hittite.
Right.
With the sword.
Go ahead.
And hast taken his wife to be thy wife.
Read.
And hast slain him with the sword of the children of Ammon.
Verse 10.
Now therefore, the sword shall never depart.
He said what?
The sword shall never depart.
No, it's gonna stop at some point.
The sword shall never depart.
Read.
From thine house.
Read on.
Because thou hast despised me.
Yeah, the Most High said, I'm going to visit the iniquity on your house forever. You kill with the sword, that sword is never going to depart from your house. Somebody got to die. Read.
And hast taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be thy wife.
Right. You took a man's wife, so now your daughter gets to get took. Whew. Damn, bro. Read.
Thus saith the Most High, behold.
So think about it. You want to run around and bang all the women and sleep with men's wives? I'm Mr. Steal Your Girl. You better be careful if you got daughters. You better repent heavily. You better not have it in your spirit like, yeah, I could get with any chick. You got men that really think like that. Like, I'm Mr. Steal Your Girl. Then they get mad when something happens with their daughter or with their wife. You put something in the atmosphere spiritually, all it's going to do is come back around. You reap what you sow. We got to understand that, man. You reap what you sow, and you might not see it coming. You think David saw that coming? You think David saw his son about to rape his daughter? Hell no, he didn't see that coming. You thought David saw, his son was going to be sleeping with his wives? Hell no, he didn't see that coming. Not until the Most High told him. Not until the Most High told him. You think David saw that Solomon was going to have to kill Adonijah? No, he didn't see that coming. That's the point. The point is this. I'm going to bring y'all right back real quick. The point is this. Who could understand his errors? Y'all get it now? David didn't understand what his errors were gonna bring 20 years, 30 years from now. Who could understand his errors? It ain't what you're doing, it's how long the damn check is gonna last down your generations. Finish where you at.
I will raise up evil against thee.
Right.
Out of thine house.
Out of where?
Out of thine own house.
Where is it coming from?
Out of thine own house.
Go ahead.
And I will take thy wives before thy
So now
eyes.
your women are going to be against you. Ananias? Or they're going to agree in evil with you. I mean, come on, Bathsheba agreed. It didn't say that he raped her. She agreed to commit adultery. Now you got to feel this. Go ahead.
And give them unto thy neighbor.
Right.
And he shall lay with thy wives. In the sight of this son. You want verse 12, sir?
No, that's it. Any questions? That's it. That is all she wrote. Shalom. Houston, Texas, 2023.
What was the name of it? Title?
Sins of the Father. Everyone hit the like button. Zion! Any questions? No? All right. I know we went over a little bit, 20 minutes, but think about that, man. Think about who could understand his errors. That's real. That's real as hell. Whew. Come on, man. Look at Solomon. Look at Saul. All these errors that these men did. They didn't understand what it was going to do long term. Look at Solomon. His error got the kingdom split. Look at Adam. His error got us cast out of the damn garden. He appointed death in his generations, visiting the iniquity on the third and fourth generations. How many generations are we from Adam? A whole hell of a lot, right? 100, 120, 200 generations. And look, we still dealing with what Adam did. And remember, Adam tried to hide his faults. So just remember, man. Remember James 5:16. Remember James 5:13 down. Any among us sick? Go to the elders. Confess your faults one to another that you may be healed. It don't say suppressed. It says healed. Meaning that spirit is out of you. All right? So hopefully y'all got something from that. Real quick, one more time. Brothers, get your money in for your garments. November the 30th is the deadline. Make sure if you're not signed up for a garment, go in there and sign up at least. At least sign up so they know that you want a garment. If you don't sign up, they're going to think you don't want no garment. You ain't going to get one. Hit the link, sign up, and then if it's a money thing, you'll get that later. We'll get to that. But sign up for your garment, man. They need the sizes. They got to start ordering things, please. All right? Remember next month, Feast of Dedication, the 18th to the 25th. All right? A lot of us going to be out of work, out of school. So let's do it. I'm ready. With that, we thank everybody for joining us. We're going to say shalom.
Shalom.
Chilling. of the